Hmm. Okay, there we go. Okay. That'll work. I have no idea if it sounds any good, but um so if anybody is I'm not gonna be able to record this. True, I could just download it from my YouTube VODs, but I do want a recorded copy of this and not just on YouTube. Do I? Do I really need one? I probably don't, honestly. Truthfully, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself, I probably don't need God. I'll just download it later if I so desire. All right. I will be on in a few minutes, but I am going to give it the standard 5 minutes for people to get in if they so desire. Wait a minute. Hold on. I see it's not really. Is that because I'm on Wi-Fi? Could be. Could well be because I'm on Wi-Fi. Oh wait, no, no, no. Okay, it's holding steady. Dropped some frames earlier. Um, yeah, I can imagine why that might be. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my is oh, my is my extended work day. He's a good man though, and I thought I'd give him the time. He's a good man, and he deserves credit for how hard he works. Just revisiting an old video this evening, as well as talking with an old friend. It's amazing to me how much things have changed over the past 3 years. It's amazing what videos were made 3 years ago, and how much things have remained the same in some ways. I'm just kind of ranting, kind of as I tend to do. Okay, yeah, but I got the Ethernet connected. Yes, I'm gonna stream some Rimworld. I'm sorry for missing going with Actually, I do wonder if I can change this on the fly to. Uh-oh. I wonder if I can change this on the fly to reflect the fact that I am indeed streaming what I presently am. Oh, yeah, definitely need to update that title. Um, Rimworld. Oh, come on. Rimworld, yes. Description. Um, uh, Monastery colony, content type gaming. Yes. Oh, come on. What do you mean you don't recognize that? How about that? Will that do? Thank you, Restreamio. I appreciate that. All right. Oh, and I've got one person watching. I wonder if that one person is me. Probably is. At any rate, though, let's get on with it, shall we? I've kept you all waiting long enough. All right. I've been having fun with this colony, by the way. Let me show you. I was just playing it as you got in. This colony hasn't totally gone to pot, unlike the monastery. Just beginning to replace all of the, just beginning to expand my dining room, you might see, and maybe turning it into some kind of a temple, I guess you could say. This is a piece portraying one of my colonists here, Lercha. Male carver, age 37. Expressing both anarchy and kindness. With a squid waiting off to one side. This illustration relates to Lercha or Lercha completing work on a small sculpture. Anyway, it's a nice little base. It needs to expand. I've got some housing off to the side. Everyone has at least decent housing, except for Racha, who has an awful bedroom. And you might wonder, well, why? Why does she want an awful bedroom? You probably know already. She's an ascetic, and she wants a bedroom that's boring. Never judges others by their appearance. I wonder what that means. I've never seen that. Uh-oh. Well, it seems something fun has happened, which means I'm going to pause right there just for the moment. Just show you the rest of the base. Upgraded the hospital. Still working out the kitchen. Yes, this is my kitchen. It is an impressively overpacked kitchen. Oh dear. Stockpiles. This was the workshop before this became the workshop. And a modest little granary here. You can see that this little dining room temple thing is built out of cobblestone wall from the Vanilla Expanded Medieval mod, which is going to get replaced, you see here, because although cobblestone doesn't burn, in the same way that sandstone wall doesn't burn, it also isn't the best use of the chunks that these are built out of, because each cobblestone wall requires one chunk, and in this case a limestone chunk, and that's a bit much. It is extremely impressive, however, and I'm actually kind of proud of that now that I think of it. I imagine there are levels above that, however. Plenty of rice and food, and oh, let me show you my biggest achievement yet. Okay, that I have actually had like 1,600 pemmican, but nevertheless, I'm very efficient with producing pemmican. Very pleased at that. My expansion plans. I've already built a wall here, but not here. You're not going to see this colony anyway, so why am I telling you all this? But yeah, this whole system of mountains over here just seems ideal for expanding into up here. All those choke points make good sense. I'm going to need to build bridges in order to do that. Oh, and I decided to generate this planet even though you're not going to be seeing this. Well, this is where we are in the world. This blue thing is us, and we're surrounded by anthro colonies, minotaur, peaceful tribes. Which one is this? This is, oh, yeah. This is a Frigid arcology, which is some kind of a funny animal that I downloaded off of the internet because I do that. Um, polar, polar earth signs because there's a mod with way too many bear species, and I picked two at random, and that's the one I picked. A hostile tribe I generally don't see, and so on and so forth. Yeah, we're right next to a anyway, yeah. So this colony is turning out great for me. But a mad mare. Ew, that's great. Meanwhile, we go back to the Order of St. Moses the Stranger and to the monastery that we were working on that was burnt to the ground. We lost our medic and our main defender right in the middle of freaking winter. So this is a desperate situation. Oh dear. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. And a lot of plants are dying because of the cold. I can't do anything about that. A lot of plants are gonna die, I'm afraid. But do we have any amount of food? Yeah, we've got some food. Thankfully, because it is winter, it's not gonna perish out here. It's not gonna rot and deteriorate away, so there's some hope. Now, I remember this map is also gonna be a problem for us simply because we don't. This map is. Yeah, okay. This map is also going to be a problem because we um could be experiencing very cold winters. That could be a severe problem. I don't know how well we're going to ride that out, frankly. One thing, though, do want to protect anything that we can from. What are you doing? Okay, you're making bulk pemmican piechoto. Yeah, we may as well. It'll survive the longer. No stack to merge into. The fuck? Come on. Okay. Okay. There we go. Duncan, can you get up and please do something useful? We're going to need that medicine. Ugh, all right. Now, if you please, it's not getting any better. We need it, you know. All right. Okay, fine. And we'll work on a duster 15 while we're at it. Our food situation is looking just a little grim at the moment because we lost all of that food, into which the present source of food is crowded. Bogdan and Book and Saracen. Let's see, how badly burned are you? Oh, just the whole thing. The question is, who's gonna be Brother Medic now? And, well, that answers that. Brother in Black, the brother of Piehoto, the brother of Eric is Christian Geinert, or Yeinert, however you will. Yeah. Pronunciations are a hard thing. Cannot build. Okay, I think I understand why a vent won't go there. It's because it's a cobblestone wall, I think. I didn't quite understand that before. Well, it's a bit late to do anything about it now. I'm going to need to build a stonecutter's table, but that's going to take a while to build. Am I going to build it under the clear blue sky and risk burning things down again? Or do I build a... Wait a minute. Oh, wait! I do have a stonecutter's table down there. It is a little out of the way, but, and actually there is plenty of slate to work with, now that I think about it. Yeah. You know what? I think we can, okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. We'll cut the bricks there. We will cut a brick. We don't need to cut a brick, frankly. We're keeping it nice and warm in here. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So we'll just deconstruct those two bricks, those two cobblestone walls, I should say, and build a couple of slate walls in their place. So that I can build a couple of vents and keep everybody more or less toasty. Actually, I don't need to build slate walls, do I? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'm not too worried about it at this point, because remember, we've just gone down a long way, so don't worry too much about it. It could end up being a short playthrough, in which case we could therefore end up going on to that Minotaur village that I was showing you earlier. And wouldn't that be fun? Oh, I think it'd be fun. And again, keep in mind that these are two of my original colonists, plus plus the man in black. So yeah, I'm down well over a half of what oh, ooh, burnt wood floor. I kind of like that look actually, to be honest with you. Probably hideous though. Funnily enough, these grapes have actually hung on for dear life, which is pretty impressive. I wonder if we can harvest them at all. Let me just try and get something out of them. Okay, okay, we can do that. That's not bad. We don't need cloth, however, we'll be fine without that. It'll be fine. Just anything to get a little more food. Be nice. The very scant amount of medicine that we have is not very useful. And wait a minute, we've got. Oh, yeah, that's right. We did harvest that before the cold killed it all off. That's good. Um, actually, while we're at it, let's harvest those before they die. Please go get those. Be quick about it. It ain't much, but it's something. There's nowhere to put them, true, but see, that was tended to pretty quickly. There came to be a place quickly enough. Okay, leaving that out there. Bad idea. Very bad idea. Put apparel and weapons in here, please. Okay, sorry. Yeah, come on. Before you do that, that's fine, that's fine. Could you haul that, please, to first? We may as well keep what few tradable goods we can. Okay? All right, so where do we rebuild from here? Okay, so we have a chapel, which is doubling as our food storage, and we have a little workshop, and we do have some parts that are built out of cobblestone and the remains of a tiny promontory sticking up out of the land. What research do we have? We can get electricity eventually. We could even do cocoa right now, though that would probably still die. So maybe best not to do that. Uh, oh, and of course we have Truck Stop here. I noticed him, but I just had nothing to say. How's that tent looking? Bandage quality is bad, very bad. But how long has he got? Or these are dealt with? Truthfully, I don't quite know how to read that. On the bright side, looks like we've got a trader passing through. I wonder what they're gonna think of this, seeing this pass through. Wonder if there's anything we could trade with them that exists on the land. It's a pity you can't pick up stele and take things. On the bright side, though, at least in this area, we do have plenty of compacted steel. Or if I could convince Duncan to repair it, uninstall it, and carry it over to the base. I have absolutely no. Mm. Excuse me there. I have absolutely no idea if they're going to take any interest at all in steel urns, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Now, if I recall correctly, none of the normal colonists had any real social skill to speak. No, I was wrong. No, Piechoto really is the only one who has anything like skill. Duncan, you said there was another steel urn. Please go get it. See if the traders will want it. We need to do something. Not just laze about in bed all day. All right, fine. Be quick in trying to sell it, though, will you? All right, but I have pemmican to cook too. Well, that was a waste of time. And we have nothing to sell them. Not surprising that. Not willing to buy camels. Ooh, what's that doing out there? Whatever it's doing out there, it needs to come in. What do you mean? What do you mean you're not gonna haul it? Come on. But, uh, ew. How silly of me. There we go. Haul it in before it deteriorates out there. That was a waste of time. Well, deconstruct it for some resources then. It ain't much. Ain't much, Eric, but it's something, I guess. Well, I guess there's not much else to do at the moment. Just wait for the bandages to soak through. I can't think of anything else, I suppose. The only other thing I can think of at the moment is to cook meals, but all I've got to do that is a stone campfire. And we have precious little wood at the moment, thanks to our current situation. You're still making bulk pemmican. God bless you. And we can make it using grapes, correct? Good. We are going to need to harvest more plants as we did early on if we are going to get enough pemmican to survive. Not a problem. I totally got this behind me. Well, I suppose the question is now. Now what do we do? Give me just a second here. Need to switch my fan system here briefly. Get the air circulating in here. It's actually been rather cool in real life here. I'm not doing a Shack of Supplies mission at the moment. That way lies madness. Mission to the a mission to the hostile tribes and to the Minotaur Kingdom does not seem to be going very well. Nevertheless, it goes, and we serve for the Lado dynasty. What little we can do. Hopefully, Truck Stop will be willing to join us. He is not part of any. He's not part of any faction, so there's good reason to suppose we could have him. The rooms are kind of dull, but then again, what does he have to look forward to? There's at least some hope here. Oh, and there's plenty of plain leather, perhaps for another duster. Oh, bloody hell, another camel. Good thing we've got plenty of hay. We might need to eat one of those. Although at the moment we certainly aren't needy of it. Once we get the food situation sorted, then we can focus on rebuilding. I don't know why I'm turning him Yiddish all of a sudden. He's a Christian moral leader, not a Jewish one. Not that there's anything wrong with the Jew, mind you. I mean, aside from his lack of commitment to the Lord Jesus Christ, but, you know what? So I am willing to let that slide. Mind you, the mission of the Lado dynasty might not, but they don't know anything about theology and certainly nothing about personal diplomacy with your neighbor. They may be a diplomatic kingdom, but that does not mean they are a nice kingdom. If you've ever played Crusader Kings, yes, that's a real thing. Crusader Kings 3 or anything like that, you realize how cutthroat, literally, politics can be. This is why when I comment on politics, I don't side with one side or another. I give generalities because any attempt to side with one side or another is really rather foolish. There are many things which I can't endorse that are the provenance of both sides. That is, the category of things I can't endorse are in both sides, if you take my meaning. Maybe you don't. Maybe I'm. No, I'm not just ranting. I think I am trying to say something real here. And I think the thing I'm trying to say is politics has always been messy, and I think it's always going to be messy. It's still important to get involved in it, but don't be too broken up about it being messy and about not getting everything you thought you were going to. Just do the best that you can. I think that's always the case. You can only do the best that you can. So, whomever I vote for and whatever I try to do, I shouldn't invest all of my hopes for the future into it, because I have no idea whether the people in power even remotely think the same way I do. The chances of that are actually pretty slim, so all of my endorsements are tentative. All of my concrete endorsements of one candidate or another are entirely tentative. Do I expect John Q. Millionaire to really have my interests in mind just because he says so and he has a, oh, well, at least back down to one. Ooh, hello there. He's actually pretty cool. I'd rather not beat the shit out of him. Not gonna lie, I don't want to destroy him. I may have to, but I don't want to. And is he attacking immediately? I didn't catch that part. No, not yet. So give him time. Great memory. It would be nice to get Errormain to be part of the colony. Yep, that expired because I'm not risking my ass for that. Speaking of which, though, is Truck Stop any good? I do want to save him, but I'm gonna hope that he leaves the colony rather than he's a fighter but not otherwise capable. Okay, and one problem with this base is I really don't have the wherewithal to pen anything in. I mean, yes, I could wall something down here, but I kind of need to be prepared to build a wall at some point. And that shouldn't bother me, frankly. I think it's probably just a necessary part of defense, really. Just admit that you've got to defend yourself. And that's going to take walls and traps. All right. But even if it doesn't do that, by the way, what do you need? Nothing? Good. Excuse me. You know that we do not seek to destroy him. We are doing this in case he cannot be negotiated with. Actually, is it necessary for them to fight? No, no, no. I'm just gonna let him bleed out then. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe one more shot. Okay, cool. 7 hours. Bro, I think we should give him one more shot before. Don't let him do that. Oh, you. Ah, man, we were trying to keep him alive, damn it. Well, that teaches me. Oh well. Allow it and let's bury him. Uh, Sorry, brother. Old habits of being out in the field. Oh, well, Duncan, dig a grave for him. Oh, well, Duncan, dig a grave for him. Yeah, I really want to get better at recruiting. Not because I actually have a place to keep him at the moment, but many hands make light work. That has always been a philosophy of mine. Many hands make light work. Well, hopefully we can manage to keep Truck Stop here from leaving. I hope I hope these new constructions are at least somewhat compelling. Maybe I'm not going to expand the workshop yet. We will eat the pemmican that is sitting here first. At least the dining room is nice. Forgive me if that's blowing through any of y'all off. Feel free to chime in. Okay, and how is he doing? He is moving. He has chosen not to stay with us. I almost want to imprison him just so we have another body, but that's not what we do. We let people go their own way, and there's another one of the cursed things that caused this situation. I'm not gonna hunt the damn thing. I would like to, but I know better. I know that that's just gonna make things worse. It's what caused the problem in the first place. Oh well, at least the rain has washed it away and made it a lot less horrifying than it was before. He shall henceforth be known, due to its mishaps, as Burnt Mission, and we shall call it that not merely on account of the fire, although that's certainly fun talk enough, but also on account of the fact that most of the buildings are built out of slate at the moment. We are almost out of winter. We are in late winter. Oh dear, I can smell that camel from here. We need to cook it. Sheesh. Can I not figure out the accent of this guy? I once had it. Uh, anyway. So, burnt mission we're calling this now. Well, I for one can dig it. Gives it some character. Now this room here, what the hell am I doing with it? I'm not sure. It's obviously not going to be a storage area if I'm doing that to it. I'm just kind of just screwing around at the moment. I'm not going to lie. I have no idea exactly what I'm doing with this room. Perhaps a kitchen? I really don't want to do that. Okay. I think the best thing to do with it is to clear this area out, change the flooring in it, and make this the kitchen. Because it's all right in here, but a more spacious rec room might be better, I think. Or, actually, not a. It's not going to be a pretty chapel, but it wasn't anyway. Yes, we'll make this the altar area instead. And we'll just make this our food storage room for the moment. Without freezing, I really don't know what else to do with it, but and to properly get it designated, although certainly not the only thing we can do with it. Now, I don't know how. Actually, I do have a sense it would be kind of sacrilegious to turn. Actually, no, today is Christmas Day. I think a new chapel is just what the doctor ordered. You will have never seen a chapel quite like this unless you have some vague amount of familiarity with Catholicism. But what I'm going to do next will look a bit odd to some of you. However, my rationale I shall present before you very succinctly. In monasteries, rather than having pews like Christians have had for the past 500 years, a lot of monasteries instead will have what they call choir stalls, I believe it is, something like that. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not good. Are you guys indoors? You are? Okay, good. I'm going to request that you stay there until the thing falls asleep, okay? Just don't leave. You don't need to fight it. You need to. Oh, you idiot! Oh, fuck's sakes, Duncan. Okay, Duncan, Duncan, go in with Krish. Wait, no, both of you. Same with you. No, 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 no. Do not go out. Sit. Repair the door. Please repair the door. Okay, it's gonna run away for a bit. Don't leave your rooms, you idiots. Thank you. Just let it do its thing until it falls asleep. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. That's what I should have done with the. Boy, it hurts to realize that that's what I should have done with the Boomaloo. I feel really stupid. To get back to the chapel, however. So, you may be wondering what this is. In monasteries, they seat this way, and the reason is this: in a monastery, you pray certain what they call offices, certain prayers that you do at certain times of the day, and you do these prayers in a call and response. So one side of the room will sing one side of the prayers, and another side of the room will sing another. And they'll alternate, and then someone will read from the front, which in this case would be podium, probably over in front, behind the altar rail, which is what this fence is representing. And then you pray some more, and yeah, no. So this is just patterned very loosely off of what a monastery chapel would. The tables are supposed to emulate. Well, you would pray this from books, and you might set those books on a table. Or maybe not a table, but something like one. Truthfully, the chairs probably wouldn't be chairs until modern times, so it's not anachronistic considering it's 3,000 years into the future, I guess. Well, the party for Christmas Day is finished. Brethren, Merry Christmas! Would you be willing to trade with us? We have a few things you might be able to use. The mission is little down, but we built our chapel. Bit late in the year to be building a chapel, brother. A bit late in the year to be building a chapel, Father Abbot, wouldn't you say? Considering you only just built it Christmas Day? Well, it's been hard. We appreciate you offering us help. We appreciate you offering us this lovely bounty of food. Thank you. My men will be more than happy for it. Merry Christmas, Father Abbot. Merry Christmas to you. Oh, yes, Merry Christmas to you. This is what you do at This is what you do at Christmas. You give to those what little you have. Remember the widow with her two mites. My goodness, we simply gave back what was given to us, and it was enjoyed. Brethren, we must not ever think that we cannot do some good. What do you mean we need material? Takes 80 fabric back. Well, what can we make then? If not a duster, if not a duster, perhaps a jacket will do, I suppose. Perhaps some patch leather is in order. Patch leather is poor quality, but it is something anyway, and it would allow us to stretch out the thin resources we've got. Speaking of which, what shape should this place take for the foreseeable future? I don't think we are any longer in a position to farm as ambitiously as we previously did. Perhaps we should take these down for the moment. Moving the growing area there is a good idea. Excuse me. I think our ambitions to grow across the river are not feasible any longer. We should definitely keep planting heel root, however, but not here. Brother Piehoto, I think we should move our heel root garden up, don't you? Yes, there is no sense in crossing the river to do it anymore. The question is, where should we move it now? We are certainly going to want, there we go, okay. We are certainly going to want to continue to grow it. The, we are certainly going to want to continue to grow the wine, since it is an important sacramental. However, yes, we should totally designate some heel root. I think we've decided that we will have it there. Actually, don't take 50 plain leather and do it with that, will ya? That's a waste. Please try to be more efficient. Oh well, sometimes there's no negotiating it. Just work with what you've got, I guess. We'll get a patch leather duster anyway out of it. It is a lovely Franciscan brown, I will give it that. Excuse me. I know the coughing is horrendous. Please do forgive me. I've had this cough for a year. Actually, longer than that. Since January 2020, so well over 2 years and going on 3. I am trying to lose weight with tremendous vigor, but I am trying somewhat. And I don't just mean I'm very trying, I'm a trying personality, but will you look at that? There's still steel in this floor. Excellent. It's no longer so hideous, I guess, which is good. For a patch leather duster, it is good. Pleased to see that. It's a pity you can't take patch leather to make more patch leather, which would be entirely useful. A bit silly, but some things about this game are a bit silly. The fact that you don't have toilets, among other things. Okay, and we need to use that stuff as well. Do we not have any more wood? We do not. Oh, bollocks. Need to harvest some wood so that we can do some cooking. And, oh wait, chop wood, that's how you do it. Please focus on harvesting the saguaro cactus. Not much wood, but we need it. Badly. Father Abbott, we shouldn't. Who is that? Father Abbott, we really shouldn't let this go to waste. You are absolutely right. You're absolutely. Lutry? Uh, you're absolutely right. I will get on. Brother Duncan, if you could please so kindly go and harvest some more berries and agave fruit to that most noble end. Sorry, I opened my mouth. Yeah, just because you're in a monastery or because you're trying to reach out for God doesn't necessarily mean that you're anything like a perfect person. A lot of people who are not perfect, and I'm sure you knew that already going in. There are always going to be stupid people. There's always going to be people who are just trying to get secondary goods in comparison with the primary point of the religious life. There's always going to be people who want community, which is a good thing, or money, which is fine, but entirely missing the point of the religious life. There's going to be people who want power, or lust, or whatever. Nobody's ever going to be perfect, and there's always going to be people who are proud, or lazy, or attached to things that they shouldn't be attached to. That's how we human beings are. I was afraid of that, yeah. I would like a silver fence gate, but I can live without that for the moment. Actually, we shall make the furniture out of slate as well. I said slate. 3 by 3. I'd like a 3 long table. Is that really so much to ask? Suppose it is. Rather a bit ambitious to be wanting to install places for 6, don't you think? Well, it may be just a little, but we are going to make this place look good, not just practical. It is part of the religious life you follow. To look good, even if it is not always practical. Not just for the glitz. I assure you, not just for the glitz. Well, brother, speaking of glitz, and not just the glitz. Actually, Brother Duncan, that reminds me. Could you please haul that wood that we left out there, since we are in such desperate need of it? Yes, Father Abbot. Brother Christian, please join me as well. It is most fortuitous that just as we are building the chapel, God sends a meteorite down. It is providential that this should happen within Epiphany tide as well. Actually, no, it's only 2 days past Christmas, so it'd still probably be within the octave of Christmas. And then it should happen within the octave of our Lord's birth as well. In other words, apparently he was trying to give you a Christmas gift. Is that what you're saying? If you like. Well, I must admit, these green rocks aren't exactly useful, but they are indeed beautiful. Perhaps you are right to celebrate as much as you do. Or maybe it's just 'cause you're a pussy wimp. You're fat, you're ugly, and you aren't really a Christian. You're just bilking people. You led your men out here to die, and you expected me to come pick up the pieces. You are a horrible man. You're a charlatan, an absolute horrible atheist, just bilking off of people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We've heard this many times before. It is something I've heard within the last 30 years of my 70. It is nothing I haven't heard before. You suck at all this. You're a terrible leader. That's why half of your men died. Yes, yes, I am a terrible leader. Why can't you be normal? Ugh. Oh, I need something bad. Because you see, he has a chemical interest on top of everyone dying, so he's just unhappy. Solar flare, that doesn't matter. He has eaten something. Some hay has deteriorated in store. What do you mean? Is there not a roof over this? Structure. Zone. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Oh no, that hay's gonna go. Okay, I need it not to do that, please. Okay, you're gonna laze about and not build all that. That's bloody irritating. Okay, no. Okay, Padre, I've got it taken care of, okay? Okay, the transport pod has crashed. What do we got here? Okay, we have somebody from another dynasty. Is that the dynasty that I'm trying to woo? It is. Well, very fortuitous we found you here then. Beautiful fox hunter herder specimen. Perhaps I can do something to try to help him. I cannot see well, but perhaps I can feel over his body and do something. We will tend to him and see if he can be brought back to life. Not there, however, please. Please put him. Please put him on a bed if you can do that, okay? I would be most ashamed if you could not do that. Okay, thank you. Thankfully, not gonna die anytime soon. Did you just not like your brother just for normal reasons, then? Or look, I'd rather not talk about it. I mean, you can already see that we're like 30 years apart. Surely that's enough. We really need to talk about this. Sorry, I just don't know what else to talk about, man. I'm so boring around here. There's just nothing to do. There's prayer, there's the chapel, there's all that, but what's just there to do? I feel ya. Actually, wait, what the fuck you talking about? What the fuck you talking about? We had a jade meteorite land in the middle here. It's freaking beautiful. How can you be bored of it, you absolute ingrate? Like you people don't believe in miracles. What is wrong with you? So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't feel too bad. I don't either. This is Badgerlord talking and not pretending to be one of the colonists. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing either. Expanding, trying to keep people alive and all that is definitely an honorable aim, but I was really hoping to have expanded on to doing other things. Definitely know in my other colony. Oh, hello there. I was managing to get somewhere, and I guess I've kind of gotten somewhere so far. Oh, forgot to designate prayer spots. Tempus satis floridum. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. For those of you wondering why I'm singing Good King Wenceslas, the reason is it was originally a song about spring from a Swedish Latin hymn book called Pie Cantiones. Your obligatory lesson in history fulfilled. Okay. Uh-oh, that's bad. Wait, this isn't part of the home area. At least I'm content with them. What are they gonna do? Burn a grave out of the ground? I'm not bothered by this prospect. Clear home area, please. Thank you. Doesn't matter. Now, what are some other areas that have gotten okay? Slightly concerning, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm gonna kick myself if the. Okay, okay, I can take a hint. Good job. Best not to let that keep going on. Okay. And also, can one of you please feed that poor sod in the bed? I realize he's probably going to leave, but we can boost relations with the dynasty that we were sent on a mission for. That's important. Trying to build up alliances with other factions is part of the role playing I'm trying to do here. Because that's kind of the sort of person I like to be. I like to be on the good side of everybody. Part of the impulse is simply not to want to die, but it's also to try and show goodwill. Kinda, yeah, sort of to make myself feel like I am trying to be a good person, even if I don't succeed all the time. But even then, being a good person, for its own sake, I think it's highly underrated. I think seeing goodness as its own reward is not appreciated in our time. Maybe that's just me who thinks that. Maybe I think it's underappreciated, but I think it is. Just appreciating the kind of person you become when you actually make a frickin' effort to treat others as if they deserve care, as if they deserve to be treated. What do you mean? Can't do that. Can we not make any? Oh, I haven't even researched that. Well, that's stupid of me. Stupid to make that. Oh well, another trade good we could possibly make. That will be nice. Hmm. Speaking of things we can make, so that effectively is the chapel. This was a chapel at one point, but isn't. Even though it's labeled as a dining room, that's not what it is. What do I need to do to get you to be a chapel? Is it really just overwritten by the fact that there are benches with tables in front of them? Eh, fine, whatever. Not gonna reinstall that one for the moment, however. What I am going to do, though, so originally I was thinking I would build the wall down this way, build my dining room over here, or extend the kitchen off here. Well, I'm not actually sure what I want to do over here, but I do know that this area makes really naturally good floor. True, it is hard to work and smooth, just as you like, but it makes really good sense to me to make good use of this area. So I'm going to have them focus on smoothing out the floor here. Okay, and it looks like they have started growing heel root. Most excellent. Need to get somebody to harvest this stuff. Okay, and the founding of Burnt Mission is now a party. Excellent. It was a short party to which Christian did not invite himself, but he will invite himself to the foundation laying smoothing party. Okay, and that of course leads to the question, well, how are we what are we gonna do? What exactly is the wall going to look like going forward? So this little extension off here makes a lot of sense to me. What maybe does not make so much sense is, okay, I've got to pull back 3 tiles so that it doesn't overlap with our tree planting area. I could do that, or I could just build wall over this, or I could try and build wall in alignment with that. Well, hmm. What actually makes sense is the question. Actually, it does occur to me. I don't even have to build the wall there. Or I should say, I don't have to build the wall there. But I could build, instead, I could build slate columns all the way down. Okay, and how far down is this, by the way? It's all a good 13. Okay, so there's no even way to divide that. Less 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I mean, good enough for me. Actually, that works fine. That does the trick, actually, for the moment. And 1, 2, 3. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's the right idea. And build. But what is this going to be is the question. And what is everything else going to be in relation, well, to everything else? Uh, the aesthetically minded can, I don't know, sleep in the storage house or something. There's plenty of places for those who like crappy rooms to sleep. There's plenty of places like that. What I'm looking for is what would be good for normal people to sleep in. Okay. That I can divide it more or less evenly into. Oh, oh, I see what I did there. Oh, that's kind of stupid. Um, Knowing it is kind of stupid, I'm going to continue on with this pattern, and if you look at where I'm placing that pillar, you can see why. Stupid it may be, but we can make it smart because we can rebuild this. And we should, because cobblestone wall is fugly. And I think we place the doors to the right, just so that we have as much room as we need to work with. And the first room that we remove is Duncan's. Build an automatic toggle. Oh, that's another important thing. What are we doing for heat, if anything? Maybe nothing, actually. I don't know. Now, is that room definitely going to go away if I do that? Um, I think it might, yes. In which case, mm, mm. Yeah, no, it definitely has to go if we're going to do that. So, Ben, I think we have done masterfully. I think we have done masterfully, gentlemen. I think I haven't really gotten the voice back because I sound like Penultimo from Tropico, particularly Tropico 5 and 6, which, if you like interesting parodies, I actually do quite like it. And actually, I like Tropico on its own merits, to be truthful. It's actually a pretty competent sim. Plus, I really just want to see if this room is really gonna be just better on its own merits. Even Duncan can wait for this. Well, sometimes there is nothing for it but horseshoes. Did we lose the art bench in this too? I can't help but feel like we did. For if we didn't, I don't know where it could have gone. One thing sure, though, this cotton is ready to harvest. Let us make it do so. And expand the storage into the next room. At least until I can figure out what else I'm gonna do. Oh, hello there. A muffalo. Perhaps the one that went mad before. I'm not sure. Oh no, that was that one. So, I don't know. Do we really want that creature? Or will we be fine with just our dromedaries? Frankly, I would be content with the dromedaries because but Muffalo are pretty high-powered creatures, so not much else to do at the moment, though, other than reinstall things and let them keep building. All right. Now that we have done that, I think it's time to make some statues. Let's make some simple statues. Simple statues made out of jade. We're going to keep the wood because we're going to need those for the passive coolers. But jade can be used for anything. Even if I don't like what I build, even if it's on a subject matter that I'd rather destroy, uh, I can at least sell it. I remember one time I was doing a similar run to this one where they were building a monastery, and the one carver carved something that was a masterwork, but it included, of all other things, a sex bot. Of all things. So I was like, oh, frick. No, I can't even sell this. A sex bot? Are you kidding me? Carver, what are you doing? Sheesh. Ken, we need wood in order to build that door. What are we doing? Seriously, what are we doing that we can't even get enough wood for it? Sheesh. Duncan, you're gonna have to carve your own wood in order to build this thing. No, okay. You'd rather sleep outside. Well, I don't want you to. Build a frickin' door, okay? Think of it this way, you'll have a spacious bedroom for the night, okay? Duncan, build the door, please. What? What did you do with the wood? Oh, okay, fine, you win. You want to sleep in what is technically outdoors? You get to do that. There's just no working with some people. And maybe this is why I like this game, because while you can order them about like robots, they do kind of operate in the same kind of stupid way that human beings do, and it's actually really cool. Just having people who don't follow common sense is highly underappreciated. Free will seems really smart until you actually let people try it out for themselves. And Book just keeps giving birth here. Guys, can I have you sow some hay grass because these guys are gonna need some. And if you don't make them eat, I'm gonna have to tether them temporarily. I believe this was a problem I addressed in a previous stream as well. Okay, let's rope everybody up and let you all eat, okay? You don't need to produce anymore. You need to stay out here. Okay, meanwhile, we've got a couple of male dromedary calves. That's not useful. Male dromedaries can be eaten. Speaking of which, though, Saracen has definitely pulled through and is not needful of anything. He's totally healthy. I'm impressed. Very impressed. Now, if there's one thing I remember from last time, it is that we are definitely going to need passive coolers, and plenty of them. How are the trees coming along, gentlemen? 49% grown. Hmm. And we don't have nearly enough of them either. This is a problem. All right. So, for the future success of the base, there is one kind of crop we are definitely going to grow more. Yep, trees. Absolutely essential down here. And actually, you know what? I'm getting tired of letting them do things manually because they don't know what they're doing. So I'm going to have the ones who know what they're doing. Actually, I'm going to have everyone work on farming. It's just too important not to do at this stage. But of course, one more night before we do that. It is a little ironic that we are harvesting trees in order to plant trees to harvest more. Just a little. But once you realize, well, yes, that's kind of the payment scheme we were looking for. We want ripe trees, and so therefore harvesting them so that we can plant immature ones to produce yet more is kind of the idea. So don't laugh too quickly at it. It seems sensible to me. And an overly long-winded way of talking about such things. Animals are getting plenty of food out here on the range, however. Oh, huh, no wonder. These little cloisters, though, they're a good sign of what could come next. This workshop is slowly expanding. We have a decent chapel again, rather than whatever the frick this was. It was pretty pathetic as far as chapels go. This is not amazing, but it's also not terrible either. I just need somebody who Artistic. Krish, maybe just maybe, you can take the edge off by doing something else, huh? Krish, perhaps you could take some of that desire and channel it into a little bit of art for the chapel, or at least for export. Yeah, sure, sure. Just tell me that my addiction is just a means for your petty art, you fascist. It's, nevertheless, it was better than just sitting around. Perhaps, I'm just thinking here, I should probably deconstruct that, but and we should give these guys each at least one piece of art to look at. Actually, no, cancel the movement of that one. Everyone should get one kind of crappy piece of art to look at. Forgive me? Let's see. Alright, and one more raid by one more naked guy in a shirt. He's bloodlusty and a cannibal. Oh dear. And he's just going at it. And why shouldn't he? Yeah, okay. So, triangulate, gentlemen. Triangulate. Bloodlusty and a cannibal. But he's also artistic. How are we doing health-wise? Death in 5 hours? Time to flee, guys. He can't outrun us, not with a leg destroyed. He'll fall over eventually. No, 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 don't fire at will. Just hang on. Just run around until he gives up. His nose is shattered. Oopie. Let him bleed out a bit, fall over, whatever it takes. But I have figured out that is how you take him down. Oh boy. Oh fuck! No! Okay. Oh no. Okay, that ain't good. Oh shit, he really did you a number, didn't he, brother? I thought one more blow, maybe. Ah, you dumbass Jesus freak. You dumbass Jesus freak. Alright, alright, well, you know what? Time out for you, young man. You gotta go there. 'Cause if you don't, you're gonna fucking die, brother. You know, I shouldn't have given my brother such shit. You know, he really is brave. Life ain't fair, and I know that. Trish, what the hell did you do? Father, what are we gonna do? We can't get any more camels now. We need to work with what we have, not with what we don't. If that means that we have no more camels, but we go on, it means we have no more camels, but that we go on. Now, if you don't mind, I have grass to cut and a dead camel to butcher. Do not make more tragedies where they are not needed. We have gone through a lot. We have gone through a lot, Brother Duncan. Do not presume. anything. Stay calm. Do not shame me or God. We will be fine. We will make it. If you let God find the way, we will make it. Look, look at the agave. Look at it all. See how it grows. See as we shall be someday. As I go to bury this new man, I don't see how that's going to happen, sir. I just don't see it. Believed you me? Neither do I. But God will provide a way for us to survive out here. Alright, so the adventure has improved marginally. Things are still not good. The hot days are going to be upon us in about a week and a half of this map. These are going to be very trying times, especially considering we no longer have a source of meat. See, I was thinking of butchering these camels in order to get more meat. Now that seems to be off the table. This is a this is a grave problem because meat, we do need it, and we need more people. Oh well, we will at least close things out by celebrating Easter. Piechoto is healing up pretty well. His movement is unhappy. Oh, because he no longer has a right leg. It is all right. It is. I will carry on. Seems like the right thing to do would be to celebrate Easter. We've just come through Lent and are now in Christmas. Well, happy Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Thank God we are still alive. Perhaps we were meant to rise like the Savior. We seem to have far more than any of us expected. Duncan, I do miss Brother Medic. Shit, what was his name even? I don't even remember. I miss Guevaro and I miss Sharp. I miss Brother Sharp and I miss Brother Guevaro. But see what we have done. These walls rose, and I believe their spirit rises with us. Now, if you will excuse me, I have food to cook. There is one thing you could do for me. Move the food supplies in here. So that I can work with it more easily. Huh? I don't know what else to do, man. With no right leg, we gotta do something to help him. He is one of the few of us who knows how to cook. All right. Well, Easter was cut kinda short. We are trying to make the most of a dead camel. I think rounding things out tonight will be the meeting of these cell swords. For those of you not in the know, a cell sword is somebody who is a mercenary for hire. So I don't know that we're going to be able to do much of anything with these guys. I suspect not. Once I've done that, though, yeah, we will call it a night. Hello, old man. What can we do for you? You look in a rough shape. No, we will not buy your camels. We have no use for them, not even as mounts. Afraid not, old-timer. You can sell us as much of that crap as you want. We have no use for it. Not after that fashion. Well, what can I say? I've done all I could. I didn't expect much. That's all right. What I am gonna do, however, is make him drop his pants because he simply doesn't need them. They need to deteriorate. And instead, we should make more pants. That, among other adventures next time. Now, since I do actually have my computer setup working again, at least reasonably and serviceably well, I would like to do going medieval next week, but that may not happen because I had my moving pushed back to Thursday. Hopefully, it won't take too bloody long, no more than a couple of hours, in which case I should actually be able to stream Thursday night. But if I start late or don't start at all, don't be surprised. I do apologize. I do like going medieval, and that base is kind of shaping up into something which I can kind of work with. Yeah, no, it's been a trying couple of weeks. So if you like what you've seen here, feel free to come back for more. If if you would please smash that like button, comment. Let me know if I'm doing what you like, or if there's something more that I could do, or if there's something you'd like to talk about life, about politics, about anything. I'm willing to talk. I have opinions. And I'm interested in some of yours. I try to be a moderate person. Not everyone will like what I have to say, but I'm willing to talk. I also try not to be an ass, but that's very difficult, especially these days. We've all been taught how to be asses. It's very difficult to escape it, but I do try. Love you all very much, and I hope you all have a good night, and I hope this was of some benefit to somebody. Peace to you. God love you.